Hey there, Ridgely Goldsborough here with Jay Bennett, the Blue Collar Networker, and today we want to talk to you about a concept that is heard often as a part of really getting your dreams and goals accomplished, which is having a burning desire to succeed. Tell me a little bit about that. What are people referring to? What are you referring to when you think of the burning desire?
Yeah, and we in our network marketing profession, that's been something I've always heard is you got to have burning desire. You got to have burning desire, and it's true. You got to have burning desire. But what is burning desire? I guess if you want to break it down, it would be something that I would say is something you got to have, and that burning desire is what you have got to have, and that could be a red Corvette.
So it's individual, in other words.
That could be I want to save a child in Africa. That could be I have to be working from home so I can be with my two little kids. You have to identify that burning desire that's yours, something that you got to have. Now this network marketing vehicle is the vehicle to get to what you got to have. And that's, in a simplistic way, what I think burning desire is.
And so obviously that's going to be very personal for each individual, and it's going to be something that's very different from person A to person B to person C.
Absolutely. And it's going to be an evolution to it. Because once you achieve the red Corvette, once you achieve that extra income that allows you can work from home and be with your kids or whatever it is, now you have to then find what is your next level of burning desire that you got to have.
And how do you, first of all, how do you feed it for yourself? And then perhaps more importantly for everybody watching, how do you help your team members continue to feed that burning desire so that it stays alive and keeps them motivated?
So you got to identify, why they're doing it. What is their why, or what is their burning desire, or what is that something that they've got to have. Getting that identified is real key. You talk to a lot of people. What would you like to do? Oh, I don't know.
Right.
How much money do you want to make? I don't know. Why do you want to do this? I don't know. Those people aren't going to last.
Right.
They're the I don't know people.
Right.
And they don't last. You got to know what you want. And you can create whatever you want to create, but you got to know what you're going for. You got to have an end game.
Right. And so how do you, when you're first sitting down with someone joins your team and you're trying to identify the thing that is going to keep them motivated, that is going to keep them moving forward, how do you help them find that burning desire for themselves?
Well, you just have to ask people, and that's something that I've even learned in my journey here in network marketing land is be a better coach, is to be a better listener. I'm a good talker, I'm a good presenter, I like to share, I like to train. The thing that I had to work on was listen and asking people questions. That's actually the area that I need to grow in even more, is to listen and to ask questions. And so we need to ask people, what do you want? What do you want to create here? What's your burning desire? What's your goal? How do we translate that burning desire, that goal, into the financial compensation plan? What do we got to do now volume-wise? How many people do we need on the team? What's the structure we're going to have to create that goal that makes your burning desire come to life?
So in other words, you get almost granular with someone. It's like you identify what the burning desire is, and then you break down what is it going to take to make that happen, and then you focus on the details of making it happen.
I get into the comp plan. We need a time frame, and we need to break down the comp plan and tie it into the financial goal that they have, which is tied into their burning why. And you've got to break all that down. So now there's actually a blueprint of what you need to do.
Right. And how do you continue to feed that? I'm sure you find on a regular basis that people go up and down. One day they're hot, the next day they're a little cooler, another day they're warm, another day they're on fire, another day they're cold.
Yeah.
How do you tie in on an ongoing basis the reminder of their burning desire with keeping them moving?
That's a good one. That's actually a very good question. One of the things I have a hands-on approach with the team. They can get access to me really at all times. We've got calls during the week, Zoom calls during the week. It's really being keeping your team plugged in. I'm going to just have to say this, that you've got to work with a team where you have a way for them to be plugged in. And it's kind of like our cell phones. We've all got cell phones, and that battery will start to run down after we use it, and at a certain point it's not going to work because the battery runs out. And so but if we put the charger into the phone and plug it into the wall and get that electrical current back, and get that battery back up, that person's back on track. And we are like a cell phone. We've got to get recharged. So you have to have systems and tools and things that you're doing within your teams to keep people plugged in. Because as the organization gets big, you got to think about all those people keeping focused and keeping directed. They've got to have a vehicle to plug in. But on an individual basis, you do. If someone's having a rough time, go, listen, Mary, you want to work from home, and you want the 2 kids, at home, and you want to create that lifestyle. I know we've had a tough week here, but we got to just get back on track here, because we're going to get you working from home. We're going to get you where you can be with your kids at home. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going to remind them of their why as much as I can in a positive way to keep them on that track.
Right, so that it's almost like not as much an inspirational as much as hey, you told me that this is what you wanted. I'm here to help you make that happen.
That's right. And just show that you care. I listened to Lou Holtz the other day in a live event that he spoke at. And, after everything is said and done, you've got to show that you care. And, within an organization, especially network marketing, the caring side of it is critically important. And when you have their best interest in mind and you're supporting them in their goals and their dreams and their why, they know you're a teammate. They know that sometimes it's not easy, but you're there for them, and that's huge.
I love that expression. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And it's always about showing that care first.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you do know how to break down the system using the compensation plan, give somebody the blueprint, do all those things. But if they're not driven enough to follow that, who cares?
Well, yeah, you're not going to be 100% with this. Life is transient. People are coming and going and all this kind of stuff. But what you want to do is actually get your arms around the people that are compliant, that are taking the steps, that are plugged in, and really care for them. I have a guy on my team. We have really gone through this journey together the last 3 years, and he's getting a major breakthrough now. But we've been in the trenches together, I'm going to almost say daily, for 3 years. And this was not like easy street. But he had burning desire. He was willing to work. He was coachable. And I partnered with him because of that. And I never let him go.
Right.
And he never let go of me.
Right.
It was a two-way street.
Right.
If they let go of me, what can I do?
Right.
So
sure.
I'm willing to partner up, but the other person has to be willing to partner up.
Sure. And share, if you will, you don't have to mention names, but share, how's that working out for him now finally after 3 years?
He was in a company for, if I'm not mistaken, it was about 7-8 years and didn't have the kind of success that he wanted to have. And he's having amazing success, and he's really taken on a leadership role within the team. And I've just seen him grow. I've seen him develop, and he's becoming that leader. And that's what you see. When you see that in network marketing, that's what makes it all worth it.
Yeah, sure.
And
for you too.
And the money will follow
Right.
with that stepping into leadership.
Right. And following that burning desire.
Right.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. Thank you.